Welcome to Nexus. I'm Señora Gladys Bell. I'm the promotora, and this is.
Hi, I'm Barbara Waring, and I am a clinician at Nexus Youth and Family Services.
And we're here to present a beautiful slideshow for you today. A presentation is a wellness presentation, diversity and inclusion, fostering a more equitable and respectful experience. And I'm so happy to have Barbara here with us because she's an expert at this.
I'm happy to be here. Happy to be collaborating.
And then me, I work with a lot of clients that are diverse, and I work with the community, and I translate and work with children from different countries. So this is going to be a good presentation, I think.
I think so.
Okay, let's try it. So this presentation, what is diversity and inclusion? This presentation, if you can, at the end of this presentation, give it a like, thumbs up, please, subscribe, and pass it to whoever you may feel that can use this presentation. At the end, you're going to see and maybe some names and some people that you can think about can use this. It is a presentation on diversity, encompasses a range of differences among people, including race, gender, age, abilities, and more. Inclusion refers to creating an environment in which any individual or group feels welcomed, respected, supported, and valued. Right, Barbara?
Exactly. You nailed it. All right. When we think about key aspects of diversity, there's kind of two different dimensions. There's the primary dimension, which tends to be something that's more innate or deeply rooted characteristics. So that might be your age, race, ethnicity, gender, physical ability, or sexual orientation. And then there are also secondary dimensions. These can kind of be acquired or more changeable. So things like education, your socioeconomic status, religious beliefs, your work background, language, and geographic location. And so it's important to kind of recognize not only the primary dimensions of diversity, but also those secondary dimensions as well.
Very good. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's pause and do a diversity check.
Okay.
Let's take a moment to reflect on our cultural identity, and let's not be afraid to think outside of the terms we've provided. I know I've just given you some beautiful examples of primary and secondary dimensions, but I bet you can think of more aspects of diversity that might not be listed here. Can you think of any?
Yeah. The laws here in this country are different from the country that they come in, right? So you have to know the laws. If you travel to another country, you have to know their laws as well. So I have run into, especially youth that have different laws here compared to where they come from. Where they have to have driver's license to drive. They have to be a certain age in order for them to drive. They have to go to school. It's a law. In some countries, it's not a law. So all of these things that have the legal aspects of it, it is important for them to understand that. Disciplining children, just so many different aspects of the law, and there is literature on it too. So I know I have some literature that I give to some of our clients so they'll kind of understand what the laws, especially in education, are.
Yeah, and so that might be kind of a secondary dimension in a way, navigating kind of more systemic cultural differences that are represented in our laws. That's a really good example.
Yeah. We run into a lot of that too. And then also, as being part of diversity, being Hispanic, it's really cool to show your culture and show our beliefs and our food and everything else. Music. So and I also, listen to the American side of the music and their perspective and their culture. And even moving from the city to here, to Amador County, which is rural, that was an eye-opener.
Oh, for sure.
Because there are differences in culture, even if you're in the same state, but you're in a different area, there's things that are just different. And then it's beautiful.
Yeah. Of course. You just perfectly and so beautifully highlighted inclusion. That was perfect.
Okay, thank you.
Very good.
Okay.
Now, given diversity and inclusion it's not new, but it comes up a little bit more now. There can be some barriers, right? Some challenges to achieving a truly inclusive space. And I think probably one of the primary issues here that comes up is unconscious bias. This is kind of something that happens for all of us. It's something that it kind of, we're steeped in it, and it's totally unconscious. And even though we may really have good intentions, we may, struggle with unconscious stereotypes that might influence decisions about hiring or who we want to collaborate with, who we choose as our leaders. And so it's important to kind of try to cultivate an awareness of your unconscious bias so that you can bring it into your conscious mind, right?
Yeah.
Let's make that bias conscious so we can change it.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, and then resistance to change. I think all humans can relate to this, right? We like things to be the same and be consistent. So sometimes it can be difficult when there's hesitation about shifting traditional ways of thinking or challenging the status quo, which may contribute to kind of slowing progress with inclusivity.
Yeah.
And then lack of representation. When you have communities or groups or companies or whatever the situation is, lacking diversity, it becomes even harder to advocate for inclusion and create policies that reflect everyone's needs. So these are kind of some of the primary challenges that present barriers to building inclusive spaces.
I like to add, this is why I like when schools actually celebrate Heritage Month.
Yes.
Like the Black Heritage Month, Hispanic Heritage Month, and that is so important because some of those students are not even in that school and they don't know their culture.
Yeah.
So
and representation matters. We want our children to see themselves represented in our leadership.
Yeah, exactly. Very good.
There are many benefits to embracing diversity and inclusive practices. It's not just about fairness, it's also about the fact that inclusivity and diversity drives innovation. It brings people closer and makes more cohesive communities, and it enhances a group's ability to serve a broader community. And so inclusive environments are really about empowering individuals irrespective of their diversity or culture. And so again, kind of highlighting some trends with inclusivity in diverse workplaces or communities, you tend to see greater creativity and innovation.
For sure.
Broader range of perspectives, improved social satisfaction, and much stronger relationships.
And better food.
Better food and music. So there are some best practices for achieving an inclusive environment. So in order to do this, it takes intention. So we need consistent action. We need individuals and groups that foster a culture of belonging through proactive steps and genuine commitment to equality and respect for all. So this can come in the shape or form of engaging in diversity and inclusive training. Thank you for watching today, for example.
Thank you.
Which would be these regular tailored workshops to help raise your awareness. Or maybe you find something out there that's about Miwok culture or Hispanic culture and you engage to learn. And then something that I think is most important for inclusive environments is creating an open dialogue where there is a safe space to discuss your diversity and your culture, to be heard and seen by others, and to be accepted.
Yeah, and then also for those to feel safe to ask questions.
Yes.
Because it's important to ask questions, because even if you think it's going to be offensive, just ask it, and then they'll let you know if it is or not, and warn you if it is or not, either way. But it's good to know, not to be, I don't want to say the word, but ignorant about it.
No, that's perfect, and not to make assumptions,
and
right?
not to make
let's
assumptions.
Ask. Yeah, let's be curious.
Yeah, it's not bad to ask. It's okay.
So let's move from awareness to action. So how we do this is first by celebrating diversity. As you all know, we're in the month of June, which is Pride Month.
That's
so
right.
Recognizing and valuing the unique backgrounds, perspectives, and contributions of everyone in your community or your team at work or in your neighborhood. And as I previously mentioned, committing to ongoing learning. Come with curiosity about other people's cultures and diversity. Ask questions, encourage feedback, engage in training if you can. Apply inclusive practices, so integrating diversity-conscious strategies into communication and decision-making processes. And then also taking action, so set some goals for yourself, track your progress even. Maybe you try to go to, one culturally unique or distinct event a month, or maybe every 2 months you find something.
Yeah. And you know what's coming up too is Juneteenth.
Yes.
Juneteenth is coming up next.
Beautiful.
Yeah, on the 19th, and it's been around forever, but it's just starting to get recognized, and that's because people are asking and people are wanting to know about the African American culture,
Yes.
the Black culture. So
beautiful time to be curious about Black culture and ask some questions.
And ask questions, exactly.
So some final thoughts as we wrap up today. I really encourage you to embrace diversity. Try to really appreciate the richness of different backgrounds that and what they bring to our society, what they bring to your neighborhood, our foods, our music. Really try to think about those things. Practice inclusion. Make a very intentional effort to include other voices and conversations, especially in decision making. And be the change. Commit to a continuous kind of learning goal where you can really take meaningful actions to not only empower yourself with information about diversity and culture, but maybe even educate others as well.
Yeah. And don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to ask. Yeah. Okay.
Well, thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate your attention to this topic. And, stop by Nexus. You hear about us. We may be at events coming up this summer. And again, my name is Barbara. I'm a clinician there, and I'd love to hear more from you if you ever catch me at the schools, or perhaps you even see me here in Jackson.
And I'm Senora Bell. I'm the translator, the promotora, and you will see the slide in Spanish also. But I am so happy that you guys are here, and I'm so happy that you're listening to this important message of diversity, because we need to educate ourselves on what the other people that live in this planet, the other people that live in this world, in this country. So thanks again. So Nexus is presenting this survey. If you can just use your phone and take the well-being survey, you don't have to take the demographic one, but the well-being survey, if you can do that, we would really appreciate your feedback, so we can keep presenting these wellness presentations. Thank you. And this is the last slide from Nexus Youth and Family Services. I'm so grateful to have Barbara here. We're going to say goodbye, or see you soon or later.
Yes.
Make sure, please, give it a thumbs up. You can comment on it as well, because we do look at the comments, and share it, and subscribe. Take care, you guys. Thank you. Adios.